Destroy All Podcast. We are Destroy All Microbots. Welcome to another destructive episode of Destroy All Podcast. General 5.
Yeah.
Lieutenant 1, Luno. DJ Rare, Groove.
You know it is, homie.
Groove. Me, I'm 3. This is Intel from the 513. Please like, share, subscribe. You may gain clearance. Tonight, the year keeps getting better.
And better.
Year keeps getting better.
And better.
Relationship-wise, we are all Scribble Jam alumni. If you don't know, you're about to find out. Don't know, you're about to find out. Joining us today, entrepreneurs, businessmen, battle rappers, podcasters, Scribble Jam alumni. Kevin Beacham. Mad Illz. Make some noise, America Town. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you.
That'll be
so.
Thank you.
How do you two know each other? First, let's start there. Let's start at that point. What's this relationship about?
I mean, I think it's Scribble Jam, like one of the MCs. Like basically over the year. I can't remember what was your first year, like 2000? What was your first year there?
2003,
Remember?
the year that Ilmac won. That was all of our first year there. All of those West Coast MCs, like that was all our first year there, and I came from Orlando up there.
So basically, that's a culmination over a few years of me trying different methods of spreading the word of how to get MCs in the battle and opening the ways of how you could get in the battle, because it was it was so hard to pick. We had this year, I think it was 99, when we had like 170 MCs and we did a prelim, had to listen to all those. I was like, I'll never do this again. Never again. It was like it was brutal. So I was like, people could send in videotapes, people could show, I would ask people like, who's good in your city? I would just do all kinds of research all year long. And then I think that kind of opened up, and how by that year a lot of MCs started figuring out how to come down and be involved. And this is growing, of course, too. So this career, he was Matt Illz, one of the MCs that came through and represented and made an impression for sure. Yeah,
like we met, man, like during that time frame, Scribble Jam had all the MCs like headhunting at tournaments for footage that they could turn in to be accepted at Scribble Jam, right? And then like when you get to Scribble Jam, you don't even get to battle on the main stage. You have to do a prelim battle the whole day before.
Yeah.
And then if you do well there, you get to get on the stage with all the dudes that are already, will tear your head off. So like it was just ridiculous. But like with me, I was in high school because I graduated high school in 2002 and I went to Scribble Jam in 2003. And this is all during the time frame of me joining the Marine Corps. So like,
Hoorah, Devil Dog.
In high school, I dreamt about being on Scribble Jam stage and like I like envisioned like the when I later on do grind time, I envisioned battle rap leagues, and it was all because like during that time frame, it wasn't a thing that a battle rapper could necessarily make a living off of, just like the battle rapping, right? That was almost kind of like laughed at. Like we do battle rap to sell our music. And like, I just really like, I dreamt about it. Like I went overboard on it until I made it to Scribble Jam. And then I was at Scribble Jam every year after that. And it ended up, having Kevin Beacham come out and judge my events. When I would go on tour with Grind Time, Kevin at the what was the store in Minneapolis?
Fifth Element, yeah.
Fifth Element store. We would go do our meet and greets over there. We would throw Grind Time battles in there. So it's very, very, very awesome that we were able to meet and just like have this dope ass relationship throughout the years of this culture and end up, intertwining, every now and then. I love it, man.
For sure.
That's fantastic. So let me ask y'all this. When did you first realize that you weren't just participants anymore and you were more curators of what was going on?
Well, for me, it was kind of like I've kind of always been both. You know, I first, got into hip hop, when I was 10 years old in like 1980. So I started early on as an MC. And then, in 87, I got my first drum machine. I was doing production. And that was the 87, I guess, the turning point. Once people in my neighborhood.
I don't want to interrupt you, but what drum machine was that, bro?
Roland 505. My uncle was a jazz guitarist, and he had a Roland 505 at a family reunion to learn guitar. And I saw it, and I was like, I gotta have it. My parents were like, "Yo, on the honor roll, get it for your birthday." Honor roll definitely happened to get that Rival 5. So basically, once people in my neighborhood knew I had a drum machine, other MCs wanted beats. So I started making beats for local rappers. This is in North Chicago, Waukegan, Illinois. And then from there, I'm like, man, there's a lot of people are talented. I built a crew, and I had a crew, and I started making it into a business. And so that was like a slow process of me being an artist and seeing how we can also just like turn into a business and a curator. I was, managing artists, booking us shows, doing this, organizing battles, being in battle. I was a battle MC, in high school. So like all that was just like kind of natural, just being a fan of the culture for me. Yeah.
All right. Illz, when did you know?
When I was in a battle called Illfest in, I think it was 2003 or 2002. And once again, just on my quest to get Scribble Jam footage and stuff, it was in Atlanta, and there was a bunch of MCs there. Nestle was in it. Issues, rest in peace, was the host of it. Dres the Beatnik, rest in peace, I'm sorry, was the host of it. Issues was in it. Like all these, like I met Immortal Technique there. I ended up winning this tournament. I actually beat Parable, who was my partner in the 2-on-2 World Rap Championships, at that tournament. I met a lot of like friends at that tournament, and it was like a $5,000 prize or something like that at the time. I don't remember, but at the time it was a lot for the time frame, and like all the money they gave me was fake money, dog. It was like it was counterfeit as fuck, and I was like, damn, and like. Crazy. I'm in Atlanta, right? Like I'm in Atlanta by myself, dolo. I didn't come up with no crew or whatever. I think it was like my fiance at the time was my high school sweetheart. We were there. I win the battle. I sell out of all my rack of like CDs that I brought. I made my bread, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was like, you know what? Instead of like complaining and probably getting beat the fuck up, I'm just gonna like go back home and I'm gonna start throwing events the way I want to throw them. And so I started throwing events called lounge battles. So from that point on, not only did I want to go and compete because I love battle rapping and I was good at it, but every tournament wasn't just me trying to win. It was me trying to network for people that I was going to bring down to Orlando. And all those Scribble Jam people, those are all the people you notice that I started having run my stuff in Grind Time when we started expanding, like PH. Pumpkinhead. I met him at Scribble Jam. I met him because I had a booth next to him, and we were friends from then. Like otherwise we would have never ran into each other. Like my run-ins with Sage Francis and Slug and Brother Ali and all these guys. It all culminates from this. Like Scribble Jam was this. It was like hours at like Disneyland, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it was dope. It was right immediately after I got ripped off of a battle that I knew, all right, I need to do something about this instead of complain about it.
Yeah, it always
kind of building on that. I'm sorry, but this kind of made me think about something kind of similar. Like in my times of like being a battle MC, I was in a few competitions. Like like back then, you would go to like clubs and like maybe DJ nights, and they have battles and like. And there was times I would go like different, like I went to like one in like Kenosha and did one, and they were just local. So that we clearly won, but the crowd was even louder for us, but they gave it to the other guy. I was a jerk. And I was like, I want to one day, I had in my head, one day I want to have fair organized battles. And so I didn't plan for Scribble Jam, but when I ended up there, I was like, here's my opportunity to do that. And so I was really intent on finding ways to not make MCs feel like I felt so many times getting jerked in battles. So yeah,
that's dope. All the talk about Scribble Jam, of course it makes me reminisce, but to hear people from so far from Ohio, from Cincinnati, like dream to come here. You know what I mean? And it's been in our backyard the whole time. You know, we hung out with the Animal Crackers and Tony and all those guys, Brad, at Top Cats every week. And there's always that anticipation coming up. And, you know, you'd hear little things. They'd complain or brag depending on the circumstance. And you'd be like, oh, this year's going to be dope. So it's nice to hear. I mean, and you know, we've all met each other there. I mean, you might not remember or not, but you know,
We've all crossed
the
paths.
culture of the whole thing was just awesome. Just going from each booth, from booth to booth, and watching the painters. Oh man, I love Scribble Jam, man. It's a good time in life, bro. Have you guys here, bro?
Yo, Kev, I don't know if you remember the first time I actually met you was in Columbus. It was Vast Air. What was his group called? I'm sorry, Cannibal Ox.
Cannibal Ox,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was before they put out their record, and they had that compilation. And it was, what was the name of that record store? I think it was Groove Shack, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
We performed in the back. My question to you is, what got you from Waukegan to Minneapolis?
Rhyme Sayers brought me there to work for them.
Okay.
Right
So
on.
basically, I had a radio show in Chicago on WNUR, a show called Time Travel, and it was pretty much an educational hip hop show. Where I would play a lot of underground artists. I would go buy records, look at the number on the back of the record, call everyone, make contacts, and then I would, what's next? Give me some, I would get their history and their, what their goals were, and I would share that with the listeners. So I was, hey, here's this record, here's who this person is, what they do. I'm saying, like, in '96, Jazz and Jay-Z called my show. I tracked down Jazz. And so I'm saying, like, from the beginning, I was just always reaching out to people who I saw coming up in the scene. And so Rhyme Sayers was one of those groups who I met in New York. I got their CD. Well, Jay Pratt got their CD, to be honest. He shared it with him. And when I called Sadiq to get a copy of that Overcast CD, he was like, I'm out of copies. I gave them all away in New York. And I'll have more soon because we have an event we're going to in a couple of weeks that we're going to be at. I'm like, oh, what's the event you're going to? Oh, this thing called Scribble Jam. I'm like, an organizer for Scribble Jam. I'll see you there. So I met Rhyme Sayers in person at Scribble Jam, 97. And so that was kind of like from there, they eventually invited me to come there to work for them.
So did you know Jay Bird prior to going there?
Me and Jay Bird were rap rivals in high school. He was in Waukegan, I was in Chicago. We were competing talent shows. We were rivals, and then I produced him. And I was his producer in '89. We became rivals, then partners. I was his producer.
That's
wild. That's
Work.
wild. That's wild. So I just want to get this out.
Real quick. That show in Columbus. I have it on video, by the way.
Oh shit!
I was recording that show. It's Adam's family. Yeah, I have it. Yeah. I'm supposed to give it to Alaska. I have to share with you. Yeah.
Is it on VHS?
Yeah, it's like I have it digitized, but it was on a mini DV or something like that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Hey, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. And because everybody wants to know. So, Matt Illz, what was your favorite Scribble Jam moment?
Like the first year that I went, I was in the prelims, and they had stuck me against my homie that I took the trip to Scribble Jam with. And I fucking lost.
Thanks, Kevin.
Day two,
I saw that bracket. These were all the Scribble Jam brackets. I saw that bracket.
Day two, Kevin's like, yo, we need somebody. I saw you. Can you go up? I'm like, sure. So I ended up getting on. But like,
thanks, Kevin.
I was in Scribble Jam every year after that. And there was a year where after that first year, I never had to submit a tape. They would always extend the invite. And even one year I got booked to do one of the opening shows because I was on tour. I routed my tour. They gave me an opening slot on the meet and greet day. And then even that Scribble, I was a judge for the beatbox. for the beatboxers, they totally fucking looked out for me that year, right?
Word.
And then the very next year, they were like, "Sorry, Matt Illz, you got to submit a fucking tape." I was like, "What?" But it was like a special one or something. So I was like, "All right, man, fuck it." So like, I went and but I don't remember what year it was, but I won the prelims. And that was the year that I lost on the main stage to that dude Tut. I beat Tut in the prelims, and I was so caught up that he was reusing his bars that it threw me off my shit, and he was clowning the fuck out of me. And then like that winner would have went on to go against Thesaurus. Did Thesaurus win that year? If Thesaurus beats Tut, he had to go against like Deuce Leader that year too, all that. So like Thesaurus was like on fire that year. That was my favorite Scribble Jam, but my favorite Scribble moment was just, I believe it was 3 times I battled No Can Do on Scribble's Jam stage. So like after the first couple times, people were like, "Damn, like, are we gonna see this again?" And like as good as both of us were, every time we went against each other, we had very horrible showings. So like the footage is whack of us battling, but just remember like Scribble Jam would go out on DVD and motherfuckers would watch that shit. So it was kind of like a tradition type shit. When they get there and they see that happening again, it's like recreating that moment. So people in the crowd loved it, whether or not it was, whack or whatnot, like I got love off of that. And that was kind of like my favorite moment, that I had to battle that idiot multiple times.
I think a lot of people in the crowd understand how hard it is to
Not
do.
easy up there.
How much pressure is on you. So
yeah.
Real quick, isn't Deuce the cat that jumped off and broke his arm?
Yeah.
broke his
Broke
leg.
his leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was battling Juice. He's like, "I can't beat you. I'm on stage dive."
I remember that. I can't beat you, so I'm gonna stage dive.
Man, that was crazy, bro.
Juice Later is like, I think the only MC who was like, I think he was in every single battle except for maybe I'm not sure if he was in the first one, but he was like one of the only was like in every single one.
Every year.
He's definitely
always
the only one that made himself handicapped in that battle.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, Kevin. What's
Rebattled him.
Yeah, I battled him like 06, 07, something like that.
Yeah,
I had to battle his ass in Kentucky, like in his hometown when I was on tour and I did a tournament.
Him and Crash would battle anytime at any place.
He was amazing. He was dope as hell. Like he was like the final boss of Kentucky.
He was.
Anytime Atmosphere tour, and Sean was like, "Yo, Deuce, I'm gonna let him open tonight." I'm like, "The cat that broke his arm," he's like, "No, his leg." I was like, "Yeah."
Every time we did a show
like,
down there with him,
he was the
working
leader.
at music, we had the battle before.
Like the George Jefferson in Kentucky.
Yeah,
bro.
we had the battle. Shout out Deuce.
Cool,
Yeah,
he
good dude.
recently came to Orlando on vacation with his family and reached out to me. So he's cool. We've been friends ever since. Yeah.
Good dude.
Dope. No, he's doing good.
Yeah. All right. So, Kevin, what was your favorite Scribble Jam moment?
That's impossible.
I thought you would say
You have to have highlights.
That's
You date Matt
impossible.
Illz alive.
Here's the thing. Like, here's where one of the biggest challenge is when you say that, immediately I think the MC battle, because that was so much of what I did was that. So I have all these memories.
You know which club it's going to be at, though, right?
What's that
for us? Which club it is?
What is it?
The Ritz.
The Ritz. Yeah.
The idea about.
Yeah. Like it's just like so many of those, like the idea, like even like you just saying No Can Do versus Franco, and something that No Can Do doesn't have battle was amazing. When Franco drops his mic and he immediately capitalized in that moment, that was amazing. Right. Peace versus Dose when he puts the mic down and just falls on his back. Like I can.
What about when Justice says Kevin Beacham's nether region?
but to be fair though, that was one of my favorite moments. Wanted it to be not just, I wanted hip hop and battling to be an international thing, and for so long it was just so like hip hop struggled so long to like open up beyond New York at first, and then beyond the big cities, and then finally the small cities got love. Then but overseas took forever to get any love. So when I had MCs coming from the UK and Australia, that was huge to me. And when Justice came, and I'll never forget this moment, maybe his third battle, where he was his second round of his third battle, he was last. And when he saw the guy mess up, there was a look in his eyes. And I knew right away, he was like, I might actually win this whole battle. I saw his face light up. And that was the moment. It's like when he realized that, he just got better. His next 3 rounds, he was better than, he was okay. He was fine the first few battles. Then he
almost got beat the first few battles.
That's what I'm saying. He almost lost.
Battled the girl, the woman. He battled the woman.
He skated by the first. He barely won the first 2 battles, but after that third battle, something is. I saw in his eye. He's like, and from that moment on, he got better every single round. And when he won, that was a proud moment. That like to have a champion from a different country. It happened in Scribble Jam. I was really proud of that. I'm really. That's probably
Kevin Beacham's nether region. That was the NBA Jam moment where like he catches on fire.
He's on fire.
Yeah. The regions.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
so it's like, so yeah. But you know, all those moments are amazing. But also, like on the other side of it, it's just like I love the idea of like the people, the community every year. Like what Illz was talking about. Like I would walk to every merch booth, try to meet every single person on the Sunday Park Jam. I want to talk and meet everyone that came. Where are you from?
Sunday was the day, bro.
Voice is gone. I can barely. Hey, where are you guys from?
Yeah.
So it's just like learning that people travel from. I mean, people propose to Scribble Jam. I know people who met and got married. I still hear stories of people who
there's Scribble babies out there for
like
sure.
Friends, collaborators got married. Like families were formed to that event. So yeah, I can't pick a favorite because there's so many monumental things that happen there.
You always, every time I've crossed paths with you, you always seemed like extra busy. Like you were focused and getting on to the next thing the whole time. Like you had something going on. Like, man, that dude's humping for this thing.
I had to like recover for like a week after Scribble Jam every year. Like my body, voice was correct. Like it was like, no, I didn't stop moving because I took, like I said, I saw events get run unorganized, and I'm not saying Scribble was perfect. We had our flaws, but I was determined to make sure I could not stop working every minute to eliminate those flaws as best possible. So I was very much trying to make the best event possible.
Quick question, Kev. Were you reached out to about the documentary at all?
Yeah, I've been interviewed for 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Sweet.
Well deserved, as always.
I'm looking.
What about you, Matt?
For sure.
Have they talked to you about the documentary?
No, I don't play an integral like part of Scribble. I believe I come in there for a period of time and contribute, and then I end up creating a whole entire separate platform and movement of my own. You know, so I wouldn't expect, because like I wasn't a champion at Scribble Jam. I did offer some like support on the show pro end, just from like booking when they went on the tour and stuff like that. But that's it. Everybody I feel like attached to Scribble Jam has probably a better story to tell, to take up the time that they need to tell that story. Is a fucking magical moment with a lot of magical people attached to it. So I'm not angry at all that I wasn't called about it or talked to about it. I'm a fan.
Man, that's fantastic.
And to that point, just so you know that there is some, we've had those talks, and that's part of what they asked me about, like who, and you're actually on a list I gave them. So like part of it is like, you know, there is so much they already have. They're trying to determine how to work those kind of things in. So there's still some ideas about how, like, even if things are in the doc, having like some different testimonials from people who were competitors and things like that. And Illz, you're on that list. So like, yeah, there could be things in the, because they're still filming, they're still working on things, so it's still possible that things will happen. Yeah,
let's face it.
Y'all made that come out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're part of
Matt Illz appears courtesy of Destroy All Podcasts on the Scribble.
Why we have you?
You're part of a lifelong legacy.
Why we have you both
Scribble Jam, and from Scribble Jam begat Grind Time. Your experience. Now, can you speak to how difficult it is to run a battle rap league?
Well, there
I like
wasn't
that pause. That pause means it's
hella hard.
Yeah, exactly.
There wasn't a template for it. There
Right.
wasn't a template for it, and to run it on a global scale like we did, like we ended up working with the United Nations. Like nobody's done that. So it's even more difficult when you have success off of your ideas and when you're not finding success off of them to find like the reality that like you might not have the torch anymore. It's even more difficult for that. It wasn't difficult to blow up like we did because we didn't plan on it. We just loved to throw the battles, and I wanted to make a platform for battle rap where like wins and losses were tracked all the time. And you, just like boxing, I loved boxing. I was in Guerrilla Republic. They had chapters in all the major cities. And I was like, man, with all the connections, all the years that I do all of the music and the battling, I could connect this thing and just did it. So like it's hard to even go back and think like at the moment how like it was just we're in it and we're doing it. But like the difficult part came when it started going away and you're not able to pivot the correct way. Right. Or, you know, if in certain moments I could have been totally destroyed and let it take me away and out of the game completely. And I was able to do other things that have me move on outside of like the battle rapping space. So like, that's where the difficulty is finding out like what your place is in this whole entire culture once your business, you know, ages out, or once, you know, what you have isn't, you know, what you have. You know, what you have is what you had.
Right.
That's like pretty much exactly my experience with Scribble Jam too. That's like that word for word. That's exactly the same thing. Like I didn't plan it, it just sort of happened. Looked up one year and like, holy, where all these people come from? And then years later, it was just like, how do we keep this going? I remember particularly for us, for Scribble Jam was like, I think it was like 2006. Like basically we had built up to get a lot of sponsors. You know, let's just, I don't remember the exact numbers. Let's just say, for example, our biggest sponsor, I think at the time was Scion. They might have gave us like $50,000 or something like that. Then in 2006, they were like, here's $5,000. Because that was the recession, you know, that at the time, like, and then like the next year was like even worse. And then the next year was like, we can do this. We got to do all our own money some own way. And it was just like, how are we going to do that? Like, it to be so much smaller. And I was like, I don't think we should continue. You can't maintain what it is. We shouldn't turn to something else, or it should be something else completely. Not we should create another event, not Scribble Jam. So it was kind of that crossroads. Like we can't maintain what this has become.
Right. Yeah. Because
that's what happened to Scribble.
I think like one of my moments that I love that Scribble Jam brought is on a random day you could see Master Ace just standing there. Right, Master Ace just standing there. Big Daddy Kane right over there. But one of my favorite moments is when Sean Price showed up.
Rest in peace.
Sean Price, rest in peace, showed up, and I was like, hey man, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you for a second? And he started walking faster and faster and faster and faster. So I had to keep up with him. And then he had this that look on his face, like I gotcha. And then just kept going. And then it was like, well, if you took this persistence, I'll take your card. What do you want? You got like 2 minutes. So
yeah, man, that was the beauty of it. The networking was such a beautiful thing, and artists in general were cool, would communicate. Yeah, for the most part, and that was part of it. Like I try to, you know, when I was picking artists, try to pick artists who I knew were like that, to be part of the event. I don't want to book artists who were just like there for the paycheck.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and it was
guys had Scion. The year that you had Scion, I remember because there was a picnic table, you know, one of the picnic tables is kind of like 8, it's like an octagon almost. They had a whole like Scion set up with books and all that. And then fucking like Sage Francis comes like running out of nowhere. He's like, this is too corporate. And he like clears the table. He's like, he like racks the books. Like, oh man, this is the perfect place I want to be. Sage Francis just attacked the Scion book. This is the place for me. This is underground.
That is hilarious. So how do y'all think, so the way battle rap is going, like Scribble Jam was strictly like off the head most of the times. It was kind of off the head. and then it came to more writing it, right? So which era do you feel took more creativity, to take the time to write it or just coming straight off the top of the dome?
I don't know if there's a clear distinction between one being better than the other. I think people, I think MCs perform better at one or the other, depending on. I think it's really just a stylistic choice of the artist and the fans. What do you prefer? I don't like me. Like I'm saying, when in the '80s, it was written most, and not just what I was doing. Even like kind of the first famous battle like this, like a Scribble Jam, is the New Music Seminar. Those were like largely written. As a matter of fact, off the head rhymes were criticized in the seminar.
Correct. It was.
And even during that time, that is before my time, but I'm well aware that a freestyle did not mean just off the top.
Right.
Yeah.
Freestyle could mean
it never meant that. That came later. It never meant that. The original meaning is not
just
that.
a regular verse that you would have ready to call up and do your thing, you know. So, but same.
Yeah, to me, the word freestyle is defined by 1983's Fearless 4, a song called Fearless Freestyle. And the whole point of that song was they were known for making concept rap songs, and they never showed their skills as MCs. And they want to show, hey, we can compete with the best elite MCs. And here's a Fearless Freestyle to prove that. Written.
And y'all think I'm a nerd. This is my guy right here.
I love
Fuck with Cat. Say weird shit like that, they be like, the groove. I'm like, yo, thank you, Kevin.
I don't see like a one is better than the other either. Like that's why in Grind Time I wanted to attract both markets. So that's why we said you can freestyle or you can do written, and then you end up having people like Disasters where they're really good at their rebuttals, or they'll start off with rebuttals and then they'll kick into their writtens. Like that takes something in and of its own. You know what I mean? Like, and those people spend massive amounts of time on one particular person, where it's just totally different when you're going into like an improv state and you're taking things as they're being thrown at you. They're just two really different disciplines within the same like art.
Right.
I feel like it'd be like, yo, what's better, riding a bike or riding on a scooter? And it's like, it really depends on who you ask. Like there could be the professional scooter rider that makes $1 million a month off of doing tricks, probably would choose that. The person that wants to get to work quicker, that doesn't have a car, might choose the bike. It just really, in battle rap has to go like, it's whatever your preference is. There isn't one that's better, I would say.
What about over beats versus acapella? How you feel? Because I'm not a fan of acapella stuff personally, but
I prefer to beats. I definitely prefer the beats in a certain sense, but I don't have a problem with acapella. To me, it's not about beats versus acapella. Again, it's only about MCs individually, because the problem with acapella is not their acapella, is that people, a lot of MCs who do acapella disregard rhythm. So if you're using acapella and like listening to No Can Do rhyme acapella, he doesn't need a beat. He is a beat. He's a metronome. He's perfectly in time. So like if you're doing it like that, that's perfection. So I think that
even then, like it's comes down to style. Like if this is, I love slam poetry until everybody sounds like Saul Williams.
Word.
And battle rap turned into that.
There's a battle rap cadence.
Yes, they had a bunch of, we brought in a bunch of different people in Grind Time, the street battlers, the freestyle guys, the nerds that sit behind their computers. We had lawyers, we've had celebrities, like we've had all kinds of people, run their hat, throw their hat in the ring and do this. And like, what was
well, the cadence, right? The cadence.
Yeah, like it turns into this merging of like a style that's mostly accepted. Like right now, there's a particular style widely accepted that people are catering more towards until the next cycle comes back around and maybe like tournaments over beats start. Well, I was working with Red Bull, and this is the thing, is that what they were trying to do is bring freestyle back into the United States market, but it does so much better in the global market. That's why they had Batalla de los Gallos. They battle in Spain, and people show up in arenas like they do for basketball games. They won't do that in the United States for freestyle. So
why? Why do you think?
We've had discussions about certain entities and companies believing that they are the, end all be all of this particular community, and they don't want to work with the corporate entity. So like, I mean, Smack was doing their own thing and didn't like what we were doing. We were working with Red Bull, and they weren't working with Red Bull, and they believed that they had the global market, when in all reality, Red Bull has the global market. Like, you're a drop in the bucket when it comes to Red Bull. They would get all of the content that was going on in the United States, package it, and resell it over to the media companies that they had in Europe, and they would play on TV, and they would get rights off of that. Like, it's an entire global manufacturing facility. Like, we're battle rappers who grew companies within the United States. Yeah, like, he sold a caffeine for like $1 million, but like that's really a drop in the bucket. Like, when Red Bull says we want to come in and usher in the next trend and wave in hip hop to go back to freestyling, somehow, some way, somewhere, somebody fucks it up. They had the Red Bull MC challenge that happened. They brought in Eminem on it. It wasn't supposed to be a battle. They turned it into a battle before it even reached the end of it. It fell apart. Like, yes, the program went through, Eminem showed up, the winner got whatever he was supposed to get, but it was a very sloppy project. And so it's not safe when you try to revisit it if the people in this culture aren't receptive to what is going on. I mean, it's a double-edged sword when you let, corporation get involved on the creative scale, but like, Red Bull was reaching out to me. I was the one selecting all of the judges for the MC challenge. They were reaching out. They were pulling all the battle rappers from Grind Time. Like, they were going along the guidelines of the culture. When they did B-boy stuff, all that big B-boy stuff, they were using Mex One, who ran Biggest and Baddest, which was the largest B-boy clothing company on the planet, right in Orlando. So like, that's kind of the style that just turns into a mush in a way. So like, it really has to do. There isn't one that's better.
Quick question: were either of you involved with Soundset?
I was involved in Soundset loosely. I mean, Rhymesayers threw it, and I work for Rhymesayers, so yeah, I mean, I was involved.
It was like a Civil Jam-esque, right, for Minneapolis with the battles and so forth.
But there was no battles there though. It Soundset.
Oh, it wasn't no battles there. I'm sorry. I thought there were.
Yeah, I think they might did one year. They did one thing. I think they had an open mic 10 or something like that. But yeah, they never had. It was pretty much just performances for the most part.
Okay,
Soundset.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, what? Soundset, no battles? I ain't going.
Word.
But I was like, I'm like, I already did. I love Scribble Jam. It was amazing, but I would never probably do a festival again. Like, it takes so much. So I was like, y'all can have the Soundset. I'll do the little amount I can.
Exhausting.
So, yeah.
If they had better infrastructure, you think we could bring Resurrected if the infrastructure was better?
Can we please have another Scribble Jam, please?
I mean, there's a handful of challenges. I mean, like, part of what made Scribble Jam special was that there wasn't competition for it at the time. Really, there wasn't a lot of competition. There wasn't anyone doing exactly that. There were things happening. There were definitely some things happening in battles and events and festivals. But Scribble Jam kind of took it in a way that, like, it was one of the first ones since, as far as I can think of. It was probably the first battle since the seminar in the 80s and early 90s that kind of made MC battling, a global thing. Started to. Like, it was not quite, like, I think Grand Time took it to the next level for sure. But, like,
yes.
Like, we were starting to have MCs come from all over the world. And, like, if we could have kept it going, I think it would have been even more so. And so I think that we could do Scribble again. I don't know if it would ever be the same, same impact, because now there's 1,000 festivals.
Yeah,
Right.
It was
There was
too
there were like hardly any all hip hop festivals at all the time. Multiple day hip hop festivals. It was rare. So I think that now that rarity is gone, that would be the biggest uphill battle. And because I'm saying we talked about it a couple of times, and it's like now though, you know, we also like we were able to make the battle the headliner, not the performers.
Right.
That's a huge difference. I don't know that like any other festival or anyone else would be able to do. Like our biggest thing, the people, you know, like the performers. Like you said, there's amazing performers there, but they came for that main battle. That was the headlining moment.
Yeah.
Like the best performance, to me, the best performance slot at Scribble Jam was right before the MC battle. I'll get you this slot here. I would give people that slot, certain people, right before the battle, because that was where everyone is in front of that stage.
Yep.
Yes.
So like that's a rare thing. I don't know if that would be the case now. Like, because there's so many different battles. You can see that you couldn't see that really nowhere else like that. But now you can.
Where somebody's willing to watch nobody they know, but just because they're dope versus somebody
Knowing the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my other point. Yeah, like now if we do it, people expect who's the hottest names.
Right.
Just how everything is, social media, it's all people.
Yeah.
I'm saying back then we weren't talking about sales and stats and how many views and what you're following. But even the fans care about that now.
Mm-hmm.
Fans didn't care about that back then because they had no way to even think about it. All
Kevin,
they cared about was
y'all throw another one. Y'all throw another Scribble Jam, and I gotta send in another damn audition tape. I'm raining hellfire down on the Scribble Jam.
You're official now, stamped.
Yeah, you
official
good, fam. You don't need to send nothing there. You way beyond good, sir.
So I want to throw a curveball here because it's something that I see that I really don't understand. How come battle rappers can't make great albums?
That's not true.
That is very true.
I think that's a common misconception. You know, and here's what I'm saying. Like most artists don't make great albums.
Damn.
So when you're everybody, I'm saying like in the grand scheme. So you're looking at a smaller pool of people. So yeah, you're going to see it stand out a little more. But like there are plenty of like look at Scribble Jam. I'm saying like Slug, Idea, Sage, all these people talking about. They all make great music. They're great. They make great songs. Look at the champions of Scribble Jam. You can go through all that. Matt Illz makes great music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Like.
No Can Do makes great music, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like, you know, all these people make great, so it's not.
We're all battle rappers. Yeah, we happen to make great.
I'm saying, like
I don't rap, I DJ.
Say Daylight. Daylight comes.
He makes great music.
Does not make great albums. His albums are not good. I'm sorry.
Music and albums.
I'm sorry. His albums are not good to me. They are not.
Every battle rapper, for every battle rapper you can say that about. I can name 50 rappers who don't battle in the same boat. But I'm saying, of course, when you think any sort of subset, you can pinpoint a thing. Right. But
like, is it
the whole picture?
Is it because we expect more and they give us something to the left? Right? Because if
I think that's part of it. That's part of it. It's definitely, I think, different disciplines.
Yeah,
I think there's something that's different about writing a great battle rap and writing a great song and crafting a great album. They're all three different things. They're related.
It's baseball,
but they're all three different things.
Right.
You might be a good pitcher, but not a good outfielder. You might not play all the roles. Songwriter might be an outfielder. Pitcher might be the battle rapper.
To make a great album, you probably need more than yourself. To be a great battle rapper, you just need yourself. You got to write this great battle rapper.
Bo Jackson.
And they're probably in their ego because, you know, nobody's supposed to help them write anything.
Hey,
as well.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's something that I see. And, you know,
battling tends to be one directional. You're writing to destroy something where like songwriting can be very conceptual. You could be destroying, creating. You could be sad, happy. There's so many different things that you could do.
You can't share your life
if you're used to consistently hearing somebody
berate you,
basically berate their opponent in very clever ways.
So
then they write a song about their mom.
Yeah, you'll have
you know
good.
You're gonna be like,
battle rappers and vice versa, you know.
Yeah. That was that. But that's just one question I just wanted to ask to get
for anybody who says battle rappers cannot make good music. I challenge them live to a songwriting session against myself.
Oh wow!
Writes the better song live right then and there.
That's what
we would love
to continue to say.
You know that's
make good music if you could write a better song than I can, and I'm an actual songwriter.
It's going to get clipped, and everybody's going to be on you.
We you know what? We gonna put that out there. Oh, you say they can't do it?
We'll host it.
Come do it.
That'd be dope.
Because I hear that. I'm a battle rapper, so I've heard that a lot throughout my career, and like even with friends that want to keep you in a box because you entertain them the most when you're destroying somebody else on stage, but it's like, yo, like
that was my point.
I didn't get my deal until I was recognized for a song that I wrote that was a love song. It had nothing to do with battle rap. You know, I didn't get the submissions for the Grammy considerations until it was writing outside of the hip hop genre. Mm-hmm. So, bring it. Battle rappers can't make good music. All right. Bring you, your boy, whoever your friend is. Y'all hang out in the studio. Whoever you thought is the man in your city, fucking bring them on the live, dog, and we'll fucking write a verse and write a song. And show you what the fuck a real songwriter does.
I'm bringing out Deuce Sweeter.
He's been waiting for this moment. He's the only person you can't bring on. He'll destroy me immediately.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I love you. I was just playing.
Oh man. Hey, what's in your so what are you listening to right now? So Matt Illz, what are you popping in the car, going to get your sandwich? What are you listening to?
I don't tend to listen to things with vocal. I listen to a lot of instrumentals and stuff like that. Vocals will influence how I write when I sit down on my sessions. There's no way around it. It'll influence it. So if I'm working on a project, I tend to stay away from listening to anybody who's dropped anything new. So I'm working on several projects right now. I haven't really went deep into the Mobb Deep project, and I've been hearing that everybody's loving that, and this is something that I've been like dying to hear. But if I know if I give that album a listen, the next 6 songs that I write is going to be about killing somebody, and I'm in the middle of writing like love songs. I don't want to do that.
I don't like that album.
So it's a lot of acoustic, like I'm just looking for riffs to write to and things like that, loops and ideas. My nephew still sends me beats. I listen to beats and music with no vocals.
All right. Kevin, what you listening to?
Mine's same but very different. Like a few different things, like how my life pretty much since like COVID and everything, I rarely leave the house. And I got into that zone. I'm already kind of a hermit. And so like now I'm like, I got right here, where I'm sitting right here is where I spend like 15 hours a day. I work here, then my studio's right here. I make music right here. All my music listening was when I would walk or drive, and I never walk or drive. So it's at like 90%. So, and then so whatever little time I had to listen to music, it's very random. I'm trying to do a few different things. One is I'm really big into like studying hip hop history and the evolution of MCing. So I'm always listening to like historical accounts from everything from the old to the new. So it's like really like this week I'm going to study this kind of hip hop. This week I'm going to study this. But also with the way that I use like streaming sites, the one benefit to me for streaming sites, obviously the problems, there's all kinds of problems, but all these genres beyond hip hop are subgenres of hip hop that I didn't have time or money to explore in the 80s and 90s. That's what I do now. So I go like this month, punk rock. This month, industrial. This month, folk music. So I study every genre almost. Not every genre, but a lot of genres. So like, I'm so random. Like I just love music.
Can I ask you a question, Kevin?
Yeah.
And just go on your creative tip. Like, do you when you sit down to write a song, how does it come to you? Do you think of the idea first? Do you listen to the music and it tells you how to write the song, or like, do you ever encounter a writer's block, or can you sit down and spill out what you wanted to put out?
One of the things before I was even, I didn't make music for 21. I stopped for 21 years of making music, and then I started again. And since I started, I thought about all the things that challenges I had in the previous time I was making music in the 80s and 90s, and I developed a system to kind of combat those. And so pretty much my main way is, and I've started this in the 90s, but like I have a beat, I throw it on, and I always start with improv.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The improv, I found there was no better way to have the best flow and to naturally know what the song should be about. I don't even know where it comes from. It's within me. So like pretty much, and sometimes I won't use any of the improv in the song. It just give me an idea, one line, one word, a title, a direction. Sometimes the whole chunk of it is part of the verse or the hook, but always pretty much improv.
This podcast started out as a roundtable thing,
Conversation,
just for writing. We would get together, just play beats, write whatever we came up with, or freestyle or whatever off the top, and then somebody would say something dope, and we'd be like, we need to build a song off that piece right there. So yeah, the improv piece, it's definitely it's part of the process for sure.
The biggest problem I found with it is I use it in a very particular way. So now, because I use it as a tool, I'm much worse at naturally improving, because now I think too much. Because to be good at improv, you have to kind of not think. You have to kind of like let yourself free. And now I'm very concentrated. Yeah. So yeah.
What helps me with the improv portion of all of this was like Alan Watts. He does a lecture on it, and like the group that I travel with now is called Free Daps. We actually travel around to military bases. We do NBA games, colleges all around the nation, and it's off of a freestyle improv comedy show. And like all of the improv comics, when they're going through the comedy school and stuff, the main takeaway that I get from everything is simply yes and everything.
Yeah.
So anything that comes your way, you never bat it down. So whatever somebody throws at you and paints on you, if they say you're a little girl, your response, there's way too much, like way too little time in between, like if you're battle rapping or you're improv comic, to halt whatever they put on you and then try to combat that. It's way easier to accept what they put onto you and add on to it and make it even funnier and throw it back at them. And so like yo, that concept just opened my damn mind, because now when I approach writing or just in conversation with somebody and thinking like, man, I thought that was odd, but let me agree to that and add on something that might get them to look at this a little bit differently. Like, it helps with everything. I'm yes-anding everything. Oh, I owe you my bills? Yes, and I'll get you back.
I just like knowing that I don't rap, so I could be slightly immature and not being serious. And so when they're doing that, I just start cracking jokes, and they're like, yeah, this motherfucker. And then, it kind of sparks, ideas and shit like that, because I don't give a fuck. I ain't right.
That helps.
So
somebody slightly immature. So
Mad Illz, do you feel like Grind Time gets the credit it deserves for
hell no,
for starting like the hip hop baths, so starting everything that started? Do you feel like slighted, like, really?
That's a legendary thing he started.
With the speed of technology, like I want everybody to zoom out of the battle rap and just think about this, right? COVID, so many people died during that time. Fred the Godson passing away really like affected me, and it was a very quick thing because everybody was dying during COVID and we had no time to really mourn. It just really feels like everything is sped up, and so I try not to waste any time on anything that I've done in the past that might have lived in a moment. I don't feel like it's necessary for anything to happen because of it. I feel like it served its purpose. It did what it was supposed to do. When I was in high school trying to get to battle rap and being laughed at that battle rap couldn't be a career, I fucking turned it into a career and a global movement and was able to live off of it. You know, like that in turn burned me out later down the line. Then I sold it and stopped doing battle rap stuff and started doing other stuff in entertainment. But like, I do have a movie script already written for the story of what it would be, including all of the celebrities that we came into contact with. Like, there's a whole bunch of different stories that are just like people don't know, like with Conan O'Brien, like a whole bunch of stuff that people don't realize that happened, you know, like even when I encountered what's his name? Dude was managing NWA
Jerry Heller?
Yeah, Jerry. Like, I have a freaking picture with him. He was waiting outside of my dressing room when I was hosting the Pay Dues Festival in California, and they introduced me to him. He's like, "Oh, our grind time's blowing up. You know, maybe we want to go."
What year was that Pay Dues show?
What's that?
What year was that Pay Dues show you hosted?
What year was it? We had when we were in Pay Dues, we had Grind Time stage at Pay Dues. It was the year they had the Octagon. And we did battles and stuff there.
Who headlined that year, if you can remember?
I don't know. I know we had we even have videos up on Grind Time where we have like Immortal Technique, Slaughterhouse judging, 3-6 Mafia headlined our stage.
Shit.
I remember DJ Quick was there that year.
Not the year I was listening fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck. It was dope as fuck, man. But yeah, I met that dude backstage. It was just having that moment was just like, man, this is wild. Like, you know, like, yeah, I'll get back to you later, man. Like, let me get on with what the fuck I'm doing. You know, like,
don't Ice Cube me.
Go.
Yeah. But if I can turn the story into that off of something that ends up getting some kind of a notoriety or a placement, I feel like it lives in its place in history, and anybody who knows the history of it, I don't have to tell any story. It's there, it's documented. Like, I'm not gonna, I promise you guys, I'm not gonna be one of them 65-year-old fucking rappers saying I still know this guy and I did that. Like, dog, like, it is there. Anybody that looks the shit up is there forever. Is right
there. You guys mind hanging out, listening to some beats with us?
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah, let's do that.
And no one brags about meeting Jerry Heller.
So I would brag about meeting Jerry.
So I know you're telling the truth, bro.
I'm gonna end this one. Then we'll have to start.
No. Just keep it going.
So much, man. So much.
Keep it going.
All right.
I thought we got
the
other cats.
Yeah, the beat battle. Well, the friendly shall now commence.
All right, so we're gonna enter press rewind.
Yes.
And now
press rewind. What's happening?
We gotta bring in the cats.
Yeah.
Welcome, man.
We appreciate you doing it. Where's Brixton?
I think we're waiting on 2 more. This is a special episode because
this is very special.
We had 5 submissions.
We're gonna keep pushing. Let's keep going.
Can you hear us, bro?
What's going on right now?
We do this segment called "Just Give Me a Beat," where I challenge my 2 producer friends here to take splice beats and
splice stems
and turn. Well, there's song starters. There could be beats. You know?
Yeah.
I think he was asking who's already in the room.
Boom. And so we just have we do a weekly competition where I make these 2 make beats in a week.
Go ahead and play the song starter for him.
So do we have the other 2 coming?
Yeah. Only got one.
I don't want to start if they're going to show up late. You don't want to start serving.
Y'all aren't that close of friends that y'all got the same stuff in the background. Y'all are in the same room, right?
We are all in the same place.
Same room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was like, man, all right. Look,
this is our Sunday afternoon. Hip hop.
We close enough.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, we're gonna figure out if the other two are coming.
It says Brixton Bar is in here, bro.
Yeah, he's here.
Where? Oh, I
bottom.
don't see him down at the bottom. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Brixton Bang, Tampa,
Brixton
Florida.
Bang. All right.
What's happening,
all
brother?
right, all right. I see.
Welcome, welcome.
And we're
You
waiting.
guys same guy. Oh,
Said it's the same. Press rewind. Where you from?
His mic's muted.
this is a father-son battle.
Oh shoot. Hey, all right.
Yo, we're gonna call this battle back to the future, y'all.
Yeah.
Let me see. Can I? I cannot.
And we just waiting on one more person. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
All right. So
He's gonna be a little late. We can go.
The other dude is funny. That should be his name. Like I used to want to be.
Let's go.
I used to want to be +1. So every time I went to the club, I'm +1.
Oh, word?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, I'm on the list. I'm +1.
All right.
That's
So
your DJ name.
+1.
Plus
Every
one.
club. I'm in the club every time. +1.
+1. Well, you know what? In my helicopter.
Yeah. Just give me a beat. Just give me a beat.
I can't get a +1.
Just give me a
Just give me a beat. Hey.
Just give me a beat.
Welcome back to another edition of Just Give Me the Beat, where I ask two of the dopest producers that I personally know
Thank you.
to come up with different beats created by that I let the cat out the bag. I get them from Splice. Splice has been great to us. We've been doing this now for 43 weeks straight, and we are looking to finish out the year. It'll be freaking 52 weeks, 104 beats plus some extra.
Yeah.
And
Extra
this
credit.
week we were blessed enough to have three gentlemen say, "Hey, I want to throw my hat in there and see what we got."
Word up.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to play the original sample that they got.
Yeah.
And then we'll start in alphabetical order. So there's no, hey, he did it wrong. For the guest, we'll go in alphabetical order and then we'll play ours. All right. So here's the sample that they got.
Yeah. It's vibey.
Just some, oh Lord.
Fire.
All right. And we just so you're aware, we let the beats breathe. Right. So we don't stop them. We don't stop them at 30 seconds. We let them go because you never know. There's maybe some magic
Might be something
lurking
hiding.
in there. So first we'll start with Brixton Bang,
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Stand up. Here we go.
Bricks.
Feel like Scribble Jam.
Yeah. Okay. Told you he's a monster.
They're coming out the gate good.
neo soul out of that sample, bro.
Yo,
Very nice, bro. Hey, way to come out the box.
Salute to that.
Yeah. Way to come out the box. Swinging. That was dope.
Bricks, where you from, man?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa.
Originally Chicago, but I've been in Tampa about 25 years.
Okay.
It's the Chicago on the Tell them, Kev.
Yeah,
All right.
born and raised, man. Chicago
Tell
native,
them,
bro.
Kev, that's Chicago, right?
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for
Perfect.
joining
Perfect.
us today.
Thank you. Now we're gonna go next to
He dropped, it looks like, huh?
Go ahead and play Press Rewind. You dope.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Rewind. Is this his?
Yeah, there it is.
Damn.
Yeah.
I still gotta listen to 3 more ideas of this sample. That's crazy, bro. That's hard. First one was dope. This is dope. 3 more? Hell yeah.
Nice.
He did say his name is Fresh Rewind, right?
Press Rewind.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, my shit? Yeah, I got the itsy bitsy spider over here.
Clean, bro.
Yeah.
There are killers. This is a good old fashioned Donnybrook.
It's a good old fashioned Donnybrook. Yes. Everybody so far has come out swinging.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the next 3. I'm like, shit. First 2 came out swinging hard.
Thank you both for not just looping it.
Yes. It's not. It's like not rapping on via vocals type shit.
I like the.
Yeah, that guitar work is nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got caught up. Oh,
Yeah, it's true. I was like, shit.
that was pretty good.
First 2 fires. All right, number 3.
Nobody's missed yet. So
Nobody's missed yet. So number 3.
Is who?
Jerome Hill.
Jerome Hill.
All right, here we go.
That's you. Press Rewind. That's you.
Press Rewind.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, you played Jerome already?
I guess that's what.
yeah, yeah.
Shit's still fire. It's 3 fires.
Never ceases to amaze me how different minds change the same sound up. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to remember the original. I can't remember it now.
Some shit I want to hear when I wake up in the morning.
There are killers among us.
That sound right there remind me of like a video game.
Ooh, there it is. Woo.
I like that one.
Oh,
Man, good work.
That's 3 fires.
Good work, bro. Good work.
yo, press rewind, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. All right.
Hey, yo, before you go, what are you using to produce press rewind? Unmute yourself. We'll circle back around.
All right, Brixton. What do you
Is there a
use?
delay?
Okay. No.
Nah, he's on mute. He's muted.
I use FL Studio.
Shout.
Word.
Yeah.
Be a two.
FL Studio just seems to
It don't
Yeah,
matter.
I've been using
It
FL Studio for a
don't-
long time. So yeah, I'm all
Long
I'm
as
a
it's
studio
dope.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, make it on a calculator as long as it's dope.
Look, when I left Cincinnati, like it's all I had, so I just dialed it.
Yeah.
That's how we do. Okay. All right.
Should we hit the sample one more time? Show them so they can remember. We're not used to having this many.
Yeah, that shit was fire. No, that was 3
Okay,
fires.
I wanna play it.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of saking, I'm going to play the sample one more time.
And then are we picking also?
Yeah, you're gonna pick.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna pick.
Yeah, that's why we asked y'all to stay.
All right. Because I got
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mad Illz over there taking notes. About
You already know. You already know.
Might get a shit as trash.
Shit, you might get a Kevin
We
verse.
might have taken this too late.
Kevin might.
All right.
We might have taken this. Go.
So we're going to start with.
I am definitely thinking.
Told you.
Start with
Special Agent 3.
Turn me up.
I see you.
Okay. And the bass line in. Give me a little shaker in there. Little
It's a little random rattler. A little random rattler.
Three.
Very nice. Okay.
All right, that's 4 in a row.
Very nice. Very nice.
4 bangers in a row.
Now
Ready for banger number
we
5.
have
Destroy all my violence. 5.
This is crazy. Y'all all heard that one sample and made 5 different shits that don't sound anything the same. That's wild.
that wood chopping block out.
Yay!
Oh man.
Give it to our guests first.
Salute to all 5 of y'all. First off,
Peace.
Yeah.
for real, for real.
Yes, that was.
Y'all
Thank
did y'all job.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play like 10 seconds of each one because we have 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play 10 seconds of each one so we can hear them again. So the people that are judging can judge. So here's Brixton Bang again. All right.
Nice.
I can't remember the other guy's name.
Jerome Hill.
Rome Hill.
It's too many.
That J was there.
He's a Rasta.
Should have wrote it down.
That's a family reunion beat, bro.
All right.
At the
Now
cookout.
we have a press rewind.
Press rewind.
All right.
I could play that in the car with my girl.
Now we have
I have one. I don't have a girl.
Special Agent 3.
all right, and
All right.
we have 5.
Destroy all my violence. 5.
All right.
Word.
So we got to listen to all 3. And let me just say, since the first time I went on Splice and I was like, yo, I'm gonna throw y'all beats. I'm gonna throw y'all something. Y'all were like, hated the idea. But now that we're 43 weeks into it, this is
I thought you was gonna say my age. I was like,
this has
nigga, no.
grown to where I'm like, dang, this is crazy. This is crazy. Also samples, and to see 5 different approaches to it now
Yeah.
is
It's
ridiculous.
interesting.
Yeah,
it's,
it's
it's interesting.
It's
yeah.
absolutely insane.
Mhm.
Like, because I mean, I get to do
The
this.
different ears, the different.
Yeah, the different button turns, the different
Yeah.
knobs,
Yeah.
pushing,
Yeah.
different everything. As an MC, I'm sitting here like, dang, that's crazy. It's like a smorgasbord.
That's how I feel as a DJ. I'm like, shit. I can play this here. I can play that
It's a
there.
smorgasbord.
Meadows, who you got?
He took it.
Damn, man.
Yeah, he had to pick his thumb. He had to get his twist out.
Shit.
Damn, man.
The
I'm
MC,
because I had to do that.
the real MC in here.
Yeah.
What you like, brother?
So, number one, playing 10 seconds didn't do any justice to any of them. But I especially felt Brixton Bang. I loved the way he brought his sounds in, and when he brought them in and decided to drop them in, I loved how his beat progressed. The second beat was a very clean beat. You know, with all like all of these beats are amazing. The third beat, that was a press rewind. That was the beat that I felt was I could write either kind of different types of songs to. Like, I really love
You
the way
wanted to
that
press rewind.
sounded. That sounded like really, really good. The fourth one, that one is a very easy to write a repetitive type of a catchy hook to, or write a song that calls back to something very repetitive while it's going on, just because of the way that they had it go. And then the fifth one, I really loved it, but I wish they used more sounds than just that one like it was a very strong, dope sound that they use, but it's hard to carve out anything as a songwriter when you're not involving any other sounds that I could maybe float off of. So for all of that being said, I really enjoyed how the first one, Brixton Bang, progressed. And so I chose Brixton Bang.
Clap it
up,
up.
yeah.
Whoa,
Kev, who you got?
Actually, my thing is kind of similar. The Brixton Bang one, like right when that, as soon as that dropped, I was like, I want to rap to this. Like right then, I was like, yo, I definitely could rock to this right here. And then, and the arrangement of it is definitely stood out. I was like, I like how this progresses, the change ups, that definitely stood out. But all the beats were dope. And so, like the thing about them, I like that the different sample. I was like, man, these will all work with different reasonings. Like that press rewind beat, I was like, oh man, there's like some moments where I would like as a DJ, like DJ too. I would love that for certain DJ sets and stuff like that.
Oh, I know you DJ. You played me one night, bro. You killed me. We DJ'd together one night and you murdered me, and I was like, damn it, I didn't know Kevin was this good. Like, shit. I was on tour too with Atmosphere, and you got up and played, and I was like, damn it. They're like, Kev's gonna play first. I was like, word. And you murdered the crowd, and I got up there, I was like, God damn. Like, you played numbers and shit, and I was like, damn, we can play numbers? Like Kraftwerk? Sorry, anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I like the dig
that.
I will say though, like that last beat. Was that?
It was at 7th Century, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue.
Oh, 7th Street. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say the last beat definitely was one of those ones I was like, man, it's a challenge to be like, I want to know what I would do to it. Like, how would I approach a beat like that? So I like those kind of beats. Like those are the kind of beats that I'll pick. Like I don't know how to write to that beat. I want that challenge. So that was the last beat. Was like, yeah, I would be curious what I could do with this. So, but yeah, all of them were dope. All the beats were dope. So yeah, for sure.
Appreciate, man. We appreciate you guys hanging out, listening with us, man.
Appreciate it all. Press Rewind. Thank you so much. You're part of the Producers Collective. You and Brixton and Jerome Hill. We got something for you coming in the mail. Okay, we appreciate you.
Yeah, man. That all that was dope. All that was dope. I just want to say thank all of y'all for stepping up, and any other producer. It's that easy.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Reach out.
Show up or send it in. Whatever. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. So, but you know what I got to do? I got to start this helicopter.
Yeah.
Hey, get on out of here.
Just give me the beat. Just give me the beat. Just give me the beat. Just give me the beat.
Special thanks to Splice for supplying the fuel for the fire. But just give me the tournament champions.
Yeah.
This is going to stop.
Matt Illz,
Okay.
Kevin Beacham. Where can we find you if we want to connect? If we want merchandise, if we just want to chop it up and ask questions about entrepreneurialism, where can we find each of you?
I'm on the social medias, Facebook, IG, Twitter. I'm Kevin Beacham or Kevin Beacham 21 everywhere.
Word.
Okay.
Simple. Easy to find.
Yeah. At Matt Illz, MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Illz on the social medias. For just a warning, it's all AI bots. You can't read me per se.
I'm true robot.
Filter.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I got to talk to a real person.
Get to you. I'm not too great at getting back to my messages right now. I will get to you though.
Matt Illz put you in one of them
I'm
representative.
Oh, it's funny because like my homie will hit me up and the AI bot will be like, "Oh, ready to write a verse for you from one of the dopest lyricists in the game. What's your like?" It tries to like sell you on like writing a verse or like whatever I'm doing at the time. Sorry.
No worries.
That's crazy.
We loved it.
At Brixton Bang, where can we find you, sir?
I am at Brixton Bang on everything. Instagram, TikTok is literally at Brixton Bang. So I'm easy to find.
All right, cool.
Press rewind. You got your mic right.
right now.
Your mic right.
You got your mic right. Press rewind. Where can we find you, sir?
Press rewind.
That's not working. Just look up press rewind.
Yeah.
Out the D.
Look him
Yeah,
up.
I found him on
last name.
I found him on TikTok. He's dope. He's amazing. Got great product.
Shout out to both them brothers.
Showing
on
up,
the
and
beat
Jerome
challenge.
Hill.
Yeah, all three. Sorry, Jerome Hill as well.
Yeah, man, that was definitely hot.
Well, we want to thank all our guests for showing up today,
Indeed.
giving us this great
Been an awesome
conversation, great music. We appreciate you. And this has been another exciting episode of Destroy All Podcasts. General Vibe.
Yeah.
Luno. 10-1. Rare groove.
You know what's up.
Groove. Me, I'm 3. This is Intel from the 513. Please like, share, subscribe. You too may gain clearance. And until next time, we say
Peace.
Destroy all podcasts. We are Destroy All Microbots.